For nearly 80 years, Livent has established a proven track record of reliability and problem-solving collaboration with industry-leading customers, leveraging the enormous potential of lithium to power people's lives in every corner of the globe. Our rich heritage of innovation has produced many industry firsts, including co-developing the first lithium-ion battery for commercial use, and successfully using direct lithium extraction technologies on a commercial scale. Today, Livent's cutting-edge R&D center is also the birthplace of our proprietary Livix printable lithium technology, where incredible innovations are poised to take flight. Our unwavering commitment to satisfy the rising demands of our market-leading customers has led to the expansion of our Bessemer City, North Carolina production site. As the first new lithium hydroxide production facility in North America in more than a decade, the expansion increases our high-value processing and production capabilities by 50%. And yet, this is only the first step on a much longer journey to accelerate the energy storage revolution and transform the EV battery supply chain. As we answer the world's skyrocketing demand for EV and related lithium-based technologies, we are fully committed to advancing a healthier, cleaner, and more sustainable planet. Livent, America's original lithium company, will continue to deliver practical, forward-leaning solutions to the world's most innovative, industry-leading customers, powering lives for this generation and the many generations to come. We thank you for being part of this historic day for our company, our community, our nation, and indeed, our growing world.
Please welcome today's speakers and our Master of Ceremonies, Livent's Chief Communications Officer and Global Head of Public Affairs, Juan Carlos Cruz.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We're off to a really great start with that fantastic video, don't you think? I'm delighted and honored to be the first person to welcome all of you today to Livent, America's original lithium company. We are so proud to celebrate this exciting, historic event together, and so happy you could all join us. This is a significant milestone for Livent. Today, with the completion of our new hydroxide facility, Livent's Bessemer City plant is the largest lithium hydroxide production site in the United States today, and by far. We have now set the stage for even better things to come. As you'll soon hear from our CEO, Paul Graves, our Bessemer City expansion is the first of several significant expansion projects we have around the world. As each of these expansions come to fruition, they will help shape the future of electrification in the United States, in North America, and globally. Before I continue, I want to recognize all of our Bessemer City colleagues joining us here today, as well as the team from Charlotte and our plant managers from all over the world. I want to thank our guests from government, members of the media, and the Bessemer City community. I also want to thank members of the Argentinian Embassy in the United States who are here with us today. We also have with us a delegation of senior representatives from General Motors, one of our major long-term customers. GM has already publicly announced that it will use Livent's lithium hydroxide in its Ultium battery cathodes that will power many of its newer electric vehicles. These include the recently revealed Chevrolet Blazer EV, Chevrolet Silverado EV, GMC Hummer EV, and Cadillac Lyriq. So thank you for being here and for being such good partners and friends. Last but certainly not least, I want to welcome our distinguished speakers today who are here on stage with me today. Thank you all for being with us. With that, I'd like to kick things off by asking Jamie Watts to come to the podium and say a few words on safety. Jamie is the plant manager for Livent, Bessemer City, and is responsible for all our operations and personnel at the site. Jamie, please join me.
Thank you, JC. As JC mentioned, I'm the plant manager, which means I have the honor of leading this team of more than 200 dedicated professionals. 24/7, they are the ones who keep the lights on here, producing an array of lithium-based products to service a diverse set of customers. In addition to the lithium hydroxide product line we are expanding today, they produce lithium metal, butyl lithium, and pharmaceutical-grade lithium carbonate, to mention a few. They are the driving force behind the success of this facility. And it is on their behalf that I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone here. We're glad you could join us today. Here at the Bessemer City plant, we put safety at the forefront of everything we do. Working safely is part of who we are, and your safety is our top priority today. With that in mind, there are a few things I would like to cover. First, this is still a construction site, and personal protective equipment is required to enter it. So please stay within the immediate area of the event unless escorted by a Livent employee. Also, please be careful while walking, especially in the gravel areas and on uneven surfaces. The facility we're using today is really nice. It has multiple exits. They're very easy to see. You've got 2 to your left, 2 directly behind you where you came in, and then 1 up here on your front right. Restrooms are located outside the tent to your left. In the unlikely event of an emergency that forces us to evacuate the tent, please take the nearest exit and then work your way right back to the road behind the tent here, and that's where we will gather and assemble. Let's talk a little bit about cell phones. For this event, as it was mentioned a minute ago, please silence your cell phone. On this site, we only allow cell phone use while seated or standing still. So please don't talk or text while walking through the site. Also, please refrain from taking pictures or video outside the tent. Finally, please make sure you check out with site security when leaving today. We hope you enjoy your visit here, and we thank you for being our guest. And with that, I will ask our President and Chief Executive Officer, Paul Graves, to come to the podium.
Thanks, Jamie. Good to see everybody here. Who's running the plants? Jamie just said 24/7, he just said. I heard him. So thanks for being here today in Bessemer City. It's a special day for us here at Livent, and it's an important moment in our history and a key milestone in our global expansion plans. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I know we've got a lot of people here from Argentina, from Singapore, from the UK, so thanks for being here, as well as, of course, all of our distinguished guests from the government, from customers, the local community, and it's really great to see everybody here. I remember not so long ago we had to have all these meetings outside 6 feet apart, so it's nice to be able to do them inside. So this is the opening of the first new lithium hydroxide production facility in North America in more than a decade. And it will significantly increase Livent's production capacity. And it makes Bessemer City, as JC mentioned, by far the largest lithium hydroxide production site in the US today. And it's actually one of the few in the world outside China. So it's a really important for us. And it's a really important step towards reducing US dependence on foreign processed lithium and in strengthening the resilience of the US battery supply chain. The construction of the new facility has been completed, and we are in the early stages of producing and qualifying product with customers. We expect the ramp up to be completed by the end of the first quarter of 2023, which is in line with the completion of our lithium carbonate expansion in Argentina, and that will provide the feedstock for this facility. But to be clear, this is really only the start of Livent's expansion program. We have a lot more expansions going on around the world. We have expansion projects in Argentina and in Canada. This particular location, I've been asked many times today, why Bessemer City? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. It does help that we have 900 acres, so there's plenty of space to put things, which is definitely a good point. And we definitely expect to have more of these ceremonies in the future as we continue to expand at this particular location. You know, in North America, we're also investing in Nemaska Lithium, which will be another critical part of the North American battery supply chain. For those of you who don't know, Nemaska Lithium is a fully integrated lithium hydroxide project located in Quebec, in Canada. And today we're a 50% partner with the government of Quebec in that particular project. And both Bessemer City and Nemaska Lithium will benefit from the Inflation Reduction Act and other government actions which encourage the use of lithium produced or processed in the US or in North America. So this gives us great momentum going into 2023. 2023 is a really important year for Livent worldwide, because in addition to the work that we'll be doing here in Bessemer City, we expect to complete the first 2 phases of our lithium carbonate expansion in Argentina, and that will more than double our capacity. Over 20,000 metric tons of capacity we'll be adding down there in Argentina. And in the longer term, we're working towards lithium carbonate production capacity of 100,000 metric tons in Argentina and up to 90,000 metric tons of lithium hydroxide capacity, all by 2030. And these are huge undertakings. I mean, this facility, when you see it later today, is a 5,000-ton facility, and we're talking about multiples of that as we grow around the world. And it's our track record that really gives us the confidence to make these investments, especially in an Americas-based supply chain. We've established ourselves, we believe, as the reliable, trusted port of call for leading EV and battery manufacturers. Our customers know that they can trust our products to meet the most stringent qualification standards today and into the future. And so we're aligning our expansion with our customers' priorities. This includes regionalizing their supply chains, growing alongside them to meet the rapidly growing demand for EVs and energy storage solutions. And it's this level of customer engagement that underpins our achievements today and gives us the credibility to do these expansions. And we know that our success is also very much linked to the success of the communities in which we live and operate, which is why today's ceremony is more than just a celebration of Livent's achievements. It's also about the possibilities for the future in how we all can work together to power the future and to make a real difference in people's lives. And it's these partnerships with our customers and our communities that will determine Livent's future, as they've been for much of Livent's history, especially here in the US. And remember, as you've heard said, Livent is America's original lithium company. The company's roots go back to the 1940s in Minnesota, when we worked closely then with the US government to develop the first markets for lithium carbonate and lithium hydroxide. This Bessemer City site was opened in 1954. It was right here in Bessemer City where we helped develop the market for pharmaceutical applications of lithium and the butyllithium market for rubber applications, including high-performance green tires, medical-grade tubing, and other essential uses. It was also here in Bessemer City that we co-developed the first ever lithium-ion batteries used in a commercial application, and the first application of lithium hydroxide to high-nickel cathodes. And I'm proud to say that Livent's legacy for pioneering research and innovation continues today. We're now working on cutting-edge research which will lead to breakthroughs in the development of future batteries, which are safer, more energy-dense, and more sustainable. And equally as important as technology innovation, Bessemer City remains at the heart of Livent's efforts to lead the lithium industry forward in setting standards for safety, quality, and environmental stewardship, as well as transparency, stakeholder engagement, and social responsibility. So with that, let me close by thanking every one of our Livent team members who have contributed to our success so far and who will continue to be our greatest strength in the years ahead. I cannot overstate my appreciation for the dedication and hard work of our Bessemer City construction and operational readiness teams, our Bessemer City leadership team, and everyone who helped make today's ribbon-cutting celebration possible. I want to also thank Bessemer City, Gaston County, and the state of North Carolina for being such a welcoming home for Livent for almost 70 years. We've deep roots here, and we're grateful for the opportunity to continue engaging with this community and its leaders. And we look forward to building on this tremendous relationship for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. Before I introduce our distinguished speakers from the government, I want to let you know that we received many letters of support from many different places, but I'd like to highlight the congratulations from North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper and Senator Tom Tillis. Although they couldn't be with us today, they both wanted us to know that they truly appreciate our efforts to support U.S. manufacturing, investing in North Carolina, create more local jobs in such an exciting industry. So thank you to all of them. It's now my pleasure to welcome distinguished guests from North Carolina State Government, the U.S. Department of Commerce, and our hometown leadership here from Gaston County and Bessemer City. First up is North Carolina State Representative Kelly Hastings, who grew up in North Carolina, has 4 decades of experience contributing to North Carolina's economy as a business leader, and has served in the North Carolina General Assembly for more than 11 years. Please give a warm welcome first to Representative Hastings.
Well, I'll try to be as brief as possible. First of all, I have to start out by saying it's an honor to be here with all of you, including people on the stage. Secondly, I would say that since 2011, at the state level, it's been an honor to be a part of a team who has focused on economic security as well as other important issues. We focused on lower taxes, less crime, student learning, and those are overarching principles that we always focus on. Then there are some that people don't find as interesting, but we work to keep our state's AAA bond rating, and we work to reduce our debt, and we try to make it an environment so that our citizens can achieve that economic security. The other parts of the budget and framework that we work on are transportation and capital infrastructure, and this area alone is scheduled to receive hundreds of millions of dollars of transportation improvements in the near future, and I think you're all going to be really impressed. And CNBC recently named North Carolina the #1 state for business. Then I would like to say it's an honor to be here with the folks of Livent, and what you're achieving right here in a district that I represent is really impressive. And I think you're expanding, and that helps to not only recruit jobs and careers, but it helps retain jobs and careers for people. And so I just want to close by saying it's an honor to be here with you today.
Thank you so much, Representative. We truly appreciate your support today. I now would like to invite a very good friend of Livent, Salim Babrawala, to the podium. Salim is Sector Lead for Critical Minerals at the U.S. Department of Commerce, one of the key agencies in Washington responsible for federal policy that helps facilitate the shift to electrification. Salim has a distinguished career of more than 20 years with the Commerce Department. Salim, please come to the podium.
Well, hello, everyone. It is an absolute honor to be back here in North Carolina. I should first start out by letting you know that this kid from Detroit married up because I married a Tar Heel, so I feel right at home here in Bessemer City. For those of you I did not have the pleasure of meeting, my name is Salim Babrawala, and I'm the Critical Minerals Sector Lead at the U.S. Department of Commerce. I'm joined today by my colleague and friend, Mr. Greg Sizemore, who works down the road in Charlotte and is the director of our commercial service operations. So please round of applause for him for all the work that he has contributed as well to this state. It's important for me to let you know that both Greg and I are not politicians. We are federal career service members of the federal government. But that being said, our presence here today is not political, but it's rather a demonstration of our ongoing U.S. government efforts to make sure that we improve our resiliency in our critical mineral supply chains. We're honored to be here today to celebrate this momentous occasion and to mark a milestone achievement in improving our supply chains for inputs into the United States electric vehicle battery revolution. So, Commerce did play a small role in helping and assisting this plant, and I guess they wouldn't have sent me down on the flight from DCA to here unless I mentioned that we were able to help Livent in getting a little bit of tariff relief for some of the modular parts for the factory here, and we're very proud of that effort to make sure that we can provide a more affordable infrastructure here in Bessemer City. We also work with our colleagues and friends from the embassy in Argentina to make sure that the workers in Argentina providing the main input here were deemed as essential so that we can continue to make sure that the materials here kept people employed here in the area. Boy, since that time, it feels like such a long time ago during the pandemic. But we, in that time, have really gotten our act together in the government to work on critical minerals. We have through something called the Federal Consortium for Advanced Batteries, known in DC as the FCAB, put in an all-of-government effort to make sure that we have a safe and secure American EV battery supply chain. We've also worked to make sure that we are working on efforts to bring good-paying jobs not only in the United States, but here to the state of North Carolina, and this today is a demonstration of that effort, a collective effort between industry and government working together. Just a few weeks ago, we launched something called the American Battery Materials Initiative. We're working hand in hand with industry and other agencies in government to make sure that we not only invest in critical mineral projects here in the United States, but that we also expedite their operational status. So I want to thank Livent today for inviting us to speak here, and I want to thank them for being pioneers and innovators in this space. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Livent, for being a part of what we think can be a future that is going to give us a safe and secure supply chain and improve our national security. Thank you so much. Congratulations, and we look forward to helping in all of the future endeavors here in Livent and in Bessemer City.
Thank you, Salim, and thank you again for always being a good friend of Livent and representing the federal government here with us today. We had Chad Brown from the chair of the Gaston County Board of Commissions. Unfortunately, he was not able to come, but we thank him from here anyway. Next, I'd like to introduce Bob Hovis. We are honored today to also welcome Bob, the Vice Chair of the Gaston County Board of Commissioners. Bob is a lifelong resident of Gaston County and served on the Gaston County Board of Commissioners since 2016. He was the mayor of Bessemer City before that. Bob, please join us here at the podium.
Certainly welcome to this auspicious occasion. We're very fortunate in Bessemer City to have had a corporate citizen like Livent and all those who've preceded them. This facility has been in manufacturing, as was previously mentioned, since 1954. And in those 68 years, many innovations have taken place in this location. Many groundbreaking innovations in terms of technology on many different levels. It's always been a source of pride to me, having lived in Bessemer City all 68 of my years, to know that we had a corporate citizen who was leading the way in so many different venues. The latest of which, of course, is the EV requirements and modes of transportation. Change, life's only constant variable. That's a statement that I made many, many years ago in a company when I was moving into textile industry from supervisors and department heads to self-directed work teams. That is a faction that has been embraced by the manufacturing that's happened on this site for all 68 of those years. Bessemer City couldn't have asked for a better corporate citizen. They have been involved in our schools, in our Chamber of Commerce, in our communities, and many of the employees that currently work here I've had the pleasure of knowing and living with for all 68 of my years here in Bessemer City. I married an Air Force brat. She was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, and spent her last 8 years of service with her father at McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. She said she wanted to marry somebody that wouldn't move. Well, I guess she found it with me, because Bessemer City is home and I'm not going anywhere. And Livent has had that same attitude, having been here the entire 68 years of my existence on this particular site. And they have done many things in our community. They're always present, they're omnipresent, and the city of Bessemer City has had a great relationship with them. Even though if you look at the general statutes and you look at annexation, I think there's 12 references where it's the Lithium Corporation of America versus Bessemer City is cited in how not to do annexation. But we've moved on from that. We've all learned. And now they are a corporate citizen and they're part of the corporate city limits of Bessemer City. But that's what change is about. I may be a county commissioner, but I'm not an elected official. I'm not a politician, I'm an elected official. Bessemer City has always been my home, and Gaston County always will be. And I'm just proud that you folks are all here today to celebrate one of many other opportunities to come in terms of the expansion and the investment in our county and in our community here in Bessemer City. Thank you so much, and thank you immensely to the Livent team for the excellent job of leadership and vision that you continue to provide for your associates and for our county. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob. Finally, I'd like to introduce someone who frankly needs no introduction because she is a star in Bessemer City. I'm referring to Mayor Becky Smith. Mayor Smith was one of the first women ever elected to City Council in 1981. After taking a break to raise a family, she rejoined the City Council in 2008 and has now been mayor for more than 10 years. Mayor Smith, please join us.
Good afternoon, everyone. Having been present at the groundbreaking for this expansion, it is an honor to be back for the opening ceremony. It is my humbled opinion that Livent is paving the way of the future for the use of lithium, and the very exciting thing is, it is happening right here in Bessemer City. I would like to go back to a few comments I made at the groundbreaking. Since the 1950s, this plant has been instrumental in Bessemer City's local culture and has contributed to our community's economic vitality. Livent is a key community partner that has historically made Bessemer City a better place and continues to contribute to the community today. Bessemer City's future is bright as our region continues to grow and as our existing corporate partners, such as Livent, strive to make innovations that bring new developments to our communities. As mayor, I am proud to know that Livent's new investment in lithium hydroxide helps to advance lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles as well as in high-performance machinery. As mayor of Bessemer City, and on behalf of the entire City Council, city staff, and citizens of this wonderful community, we are extremely excited for this new addition to Livent, and to know they are bringing Bessemer City along for the ride. I just left a group of much appreciated veterans that we can never express what their service has meant to each and every one of us. Because of their service and sacrifice, we here in Bessemer City have a very bright future, and we are honored to have Livent by our side as we move into this exciting time where Livent will be leading the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Smith. We so appreciate the support over the years and look forward to an amazing future here with Livent, Gaston County, and Bessemer City. We'll share together and the benefits we will help bring to the world. Please now welcome Livent's Chief Operations Engineering Officer, Barbara Faulkman, to deliver the final vote of thanks before we cut the ribbon. Thank you, Barb.
Thank you, Juan Carlos, and thank you to all the speakers today. It's really incredible to see all of Livent's hard work pay off. It is a great day for Livent and all of us who are looking forward to electrifying vehicles for a cleaner, more sustainable environment. I want to take this moment to acknowledge and celebrate the contributions of everyone who brought this expansion to fruition. We would not be here today cutting the ribbon on this facility without the support of each and every one that contributed to this expansion. Thank you for everything you have done and that you will continue to do in the upcoming weeks. Our achievement is impressive, but under the circumstances that we have experienced since 2019, they're remarkable. The pandemic upended all of our lives. It made going to the grocery store difficult. It made going to the doctors difficult, and yet this team persevered to bring this expansion online. Amid the difficulty and the uncertainty, all the safety precautions, the talent shortages, and the supply chain issues, the team continued to give their commitment and resiliency that I truly admired as I watched the team perform their duties. For this, I say sincerely, and on behalf of the entire executive leadership team at Livent, thank you. I also want to extend my sincere thanks to the leadership and community here in Bessemer City and Gaston County. As we hope you know, this is not just a workplace, but it's a place where we live. We are truly integrated into the community, and we support the community through various programs such as United Way, Cleveland County Hospice, STEM programs, and nutrition programs at school. We're committed to continuing our relationships within the community as we have for the last 70 years. In closing, thank you again to all the Livent employees, as well as those that worked on the expansion to make it a success.
Thank you, Barbara. This brings us almost to the big moment, cutting the ribbon on this expansion. I hope everyone has enjoyed, as much as I have, being able to step back and take in what all this means. I look out on this site and all the talented people here with a lot of pride, with great pride. And with tremendous gratitude as well for the opportunity we all have to contribute to the future. We are truly doing great things as we apply Livent's unique strength to accelerate the shift to electrification. Our team is the absolute foundation of how we have come to be in this amazing position. All of you make that possible. And as Paul, our CEO, said, this is just the start. I close by adding my voice, everybody here, to thank every one of our Livent team members who have contributed to our success so far and who will continue to be our greatest strength in the years ahead. We are already looking forward to 2023 and beyond. Thanks for everybody also who has contributed to make this event the success it's been. Paul will do the honors of cutting the ribbon and putting this expansion into business for Bessemer City, for North Carolina, for the secure lithium supply of the Americas. What's he doing? And for the world. So I would ask that the ELT members, the executive leadership team, would come here, and all our speakers, and they're going to raise the ribbon.
Are we sure? Everyone's sure?
Which okay you were talking about.